of wins from support. On the other side, though, we have the one and only Jibca, who is probably most famous for, I believe, knocking out X-Ax at Push More Buttons.
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah, and then his teammate Vega, and you can find him at Vega Destroyer, which I think is just a great Twitter handle, so I had to shout him out. It's going to be Rob and Ryu versus Cloud and Lucario to start us off here. Rob, what do you think about all that?
It's going to be a very interesting team composition. I think most notably looking at Lucario and Cloud put together. Those are two very strong doubles characters that work very, very well together if utilized correctly. So I'm really excited to see what we're going to bring into this first match. Let's put our seatbelts on and let's have at it.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing to keep in mind when you're watching this match is that every single one of these characters can be a heavy hitter. At any moment, the stocks could fly off because Rob, Ryu, Lucario, and Cloud all have that trigger pull where you can just end stocks.
Absolutely, and it's a hair trigger too. They're not afraid to pull it. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into this. Okay, I like what 8bitMan's doing right now, trying to build up that wall. Because as you know, Ryu's a really strong character in singles. He's pretty good in doubles as well, but he is also combo full. He just gets smacked around.
I think the biggest thing, though, as you mentioned, like he's pretty good in doubles, is also because as long as 8bitMan does his job and covers Darkshad's committing options,
absolutely,
and interrupts, and it stops him from getting comboed, Ryu is nothing but deadly.
Oh, okay, that was so good.
That was absolutely sick right there. We're gonna have to look at that again after this match because that was just pure beauty as far as doubles go.
Absolutely, that was team synergy at its finest. I was expecting like the forward smash and then hitting the opponent into 8bitMan's up smash because as we know, that hitbox is just ginormous.
Yeah, Rob's got a big booty is what we're saying.
Yeah, it scoops and you get the sprinkles. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely know what you're saying, Rod. You know who else knows what you're saying is this red team right now still have not lost one of their stocks and the percent's climbing on the other team. Darkshad's still living off that side. And no one was able to cover his comeback to the stage, so he gets back for free and is another deadly force on offense.
There it is. Good job. I like it. Okay, could take it Cloud off stage and sends that man to the depths of hell.
I told you he's an offensive threat, and he just showed it right there. We saw him one with the forward smash, and then again right there with the dare taken off, and green team is in dire straits right now.
There it is. Just when it looked like the green team had what it took to claw themselves out of the corner, the red team just starts swinging for home runs here. All right. I like it. Okay, good job using the Hadouken there to give yourself some coverage as you come back.
And this was actually the first time that we've really seen a team combo from the green team here. They are now back-to-back in center stage. Let's see if they can keep it that way and possibly fashion a comeback here.
There it is. Absolutely. Okay, I like what 8bitMan's doing. Retreating up there to that top platform, really trying to put all his eggs in the right baskets here, using his projectiles and building up that wall.
Hey, man, I tell you what, sometimes, you're counting those eggs. Sometimes you got to break a few of them. We saw a couple of team hits there. Green team starting to angle their way back into this. If they can maybe get a couple early kills, that'd be all right. But Cloud is going to get sent off, and now Lucario is all by his lonesome.
Definitely easier said than done, and Lucario says, I'm out of here.
He's like, I'm out. I'm not going to show you any more tech. We're going to try and run this back in game 2.
I'll see you at the Pokemon Center, man. I got to get out of here. I got to get out.
Nurse Joy's going to nurse him back to health, toss him back out for game 2.
I guess so.
Maybe he should buy some hyper potions next time.
Maybe a full revive or something.
Because that was rough. That was an absolute destruction.
I will say, though, if there was a character on the stage to really try to edge out a 2v1, it should have been Lucario in that exact moment. He had about 100% in Rage, and then he also had the Lucario aura.
The only problem with that particular situation is, unfortunately, that Lucario has a little bit of frame data issues as far as trying to do 2v1s. He has to commit pretty hard to kill options, and as long as 8bitMan / Darkshad are on point, they should always be able to punish his kill options. So, yeah, that was going to be a tall mountain to climb. And speaking of mountains to climb, the ever-present Lilat, I, for one, am
everyone's favorite stage.
I'm going to no comment.
Come on, man. It's everyone's favorite stage. You don't got to lie, man.
No, yeah, it's definitely the best stage in the game. But as we watch this unfold, we're going to have to see if Jibca is even able to, utilize any of the Cloud limit options. Every single time it seems he had limit, he had to burn it just to recover. He was never really able to use it offensively.
Yeah. And I really appreciate what Darkshad has been trying to do, man. Approaching Jibca and then coming in with that, I believe that's the focus attack. But unfortunately, Jibca, man, with that regular cross slash just breaks it up every time. And that's just one key tool that you're missing that could really make all the difference. Ooh, and then an up smash there takes the cake there. Good job by 8bitMan.
Yeah, and really, again, it's just sort of the same tale of the tape. Red team is just coming out to a big early lead. They are covering each other really well and getting their team combos, covering each other's committing options. So it's just sort of been like an oppressive system of government here, and that is in 8bitMan and Darkshad.
Yeah. Absolutely agree. Okay, I like what Vega's doing here. Using, oh my goodness gracious. Spikes another victim there. 8bitMan always on the money with those. People forget how huge that hitbox is. Okay, I like it. Using the up air there to give himself some overhead coverage. But Jibca right now being very relentless, chasing 8bitMan down into the arms of Vega.
Right now, Vega, though, is sort of making good strides here and improving their, their chance to win this game. He has only taken 55% of the second stock after losing it relatively early. He's gone about a minute and a half, or so without really taking more than 50%. So it's been a good conservative change to their style. And now we are only 4 stocks to 3. And we'll see if Green Team can make something happen here.
Yeah, the light at the end of the tunnel definitely looked dim towards the beginning of this match, but it looks like they're going down swinging. So if they're going down with the fight.
Yeah, let's just hope that light at the end of the tunnel is not an oncoming train, huh?
I tell you, man. Man, oh my goodness! And speaking of hitting like a train, man, my man Darkshad sneaking in those up tilts, looking to find a true Shoryu in there.
And we
somewhere.
were about to see a footstool combo to Dare, which would have easily came into a follow-up, and that would have been a highlight for sure. Red Team just reasserted themselves like, hey, we're going to give you like the smallest little bit of hope and then immediately snuff it out. And now Vega finds himself all alone once again, and that's a lonely, lonely Pokemon.
It really is. 8bitMan not making the job any easier for Vega, trying to cover all his get-up options with his aerials. Those hitboxes are so enormous, and some of them have a very wonky like disjoint to them.
I mean, and at this point, if you're Vega, like you just got to try and make it respectable, because once we go to Game 3, you got to try something here, because it's a rough one.
Yeah. Nice presence of mind there by Vega to air dodge. I think 8bitMan was going for an up air, and then of course, you know what Darkshad's going for. You know what he's looking for. The question is, can you stop him from doing it?
Stevie Wonder could see what Darkshad's going for.
I mean, you said it, I didn't, man. You got it. There's a Shoryu, and then it has to actually jump into it that time.
Oh, and he went for another follow-up, but it doesn't matter. That's exactly what I was talking about. Great example of them talking about that team coverage is that he committed with the Shoryu, didn't get it, which usually, you're in big trouble. But 8bitMan's like, nah, man, I got you. Gets up there with the up air, finishes him off, and now we're going to Game 3, and they are looking for the 3-0 sweep.
Yeah, I tell you, you don't want to whiff any aerials, especially when that leaves you in free fall versus a Lucario. At high rage, best believe you're probably going to be up aired or back aired and killed at a very, very low percent.
And we got Danroy coming up for it looked like 2 sentences of coaching.
Go Toon Link, man. That's what he said.
Go Toon Link. He's like, just do it. It'll work. It'll work. Just do it.
Alrighty, and Darkshad pointing to his next victim. That you guys,
he's
got to get you out of here.
He's calling a shot.
Yeah. All right, I don't expect to see Lilat again because this tournament has more respect for itself than that.
Oh, you said it, not me.
I mean, come on. You already know. All right, going to Final Destination. No surprise there. Don't have any platforms to work with, so I'm really interested to see how the green team is going to land. It looked like you talked about in the last game, the red team just really covered each other, but more specifically, they covered landing options. They closed a lot of doors for the green team.
I think the big reason that they went to FD is actually to get rid of the platforms. I saw a lot of platform traps and a lot of aerial conversions that were extended because they had the platforms to go to. So having flat ground pretty much going to mean that green team is sort of on a level, quote-unquote, playing field for these guys.
Alrighty. Alrighty, with that being said, we'll jump right into this. And I like the Nair. He nairs Vega right into the arms of Darkshad. Darkshad a little mispositioned, but he's never mispositioned for that.
No,
Nair.
that was not mispositioned whatsoever. That was right on his dome, and it sent him down to Hades.
Yes. He's always on the money with that. Oh, okay. Nice job there. I like the nice fade back, evading what could have been a pivot forward smash there by my man Jibca.
And that's actually one of the best things that Darkshad seems to do is that, he baits out stuff. Like, he seems like he's going to commit and then pulls it back, gets you into a bad option, and that means he's in your head. And so if a Ryu's in your head, you are in a lot of trouble.
It's definitely a bad day. If he has your number, best believe he's going to call 1,000 times. Okay, breaks up what could have been a scary situation, but again, the coverage that 8bitMan brings, throwing out the up air to try to stop the trajectory of 8bitMan to the, or excuse me, not 8bitMan, but Darkshad to the blast zone.
Again, good wherewithal. It didn't work out, but he was at least trying. And,
nice
you're always got to be there for your partner. 5 stocks to 3 right now, and Lucario at high percent, usually very dangerous because you'll get stuff like that force problem evening it up, but they're still in quite a bit of a hole here, so Lucario has to hold this stock.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, and then with that being said.
That is classic Midwest commentator curse. Me and Sturm have done that at many, many events, and apparently it has followed me here to the Wisconsin Dells.
You just can't escape it, man.
No, it follows me like a specter, man.
That's the real curse. Smash talks a lot about curses, but I'd say that Midwest Commentary curse, that's real.
It happens so often, and unfortunately, it was to the Midwest's detriment. Jibca and Vega coming out of Minnesota did not benefit from that, and they are not benefiting from this matchup at all. 4 stocks to 2, and 8bitMan and Darkshad looking strong as ever.
There's always a point in time in the match where things get really close. Vega has 2 stocks. He has a lot of rage on his behalf, and then, of course, Vega, unfortunately, he has 1 stock. But every time that happens, the red team still has 4. Like, Lucario has that comeback factor. Cloud has it, but it just seems like they're out of sync with each other. They just can't quite utilize it correctly. As you see right now, 8bitMan with the projectile gameplay.
And on the other side, we saw Darkshad do up tilt into, it looked like a strong forward tilt, and because of that, you know, we saw them win that game. There was just no hope. Wow, that was absolutely impressive. Like, I can't overstate enough how much of an annihilation that was.
I mean, that's our boy Darkshad, man. He wears the Midwest proud on his back. I don't know how he gets to all these events. The man is younger. He's not even a man. I think he's a boy still. Younger than me, man, but he...
no, hey, Ryu is a man.
True.
He hits like a man, and we saw him absolutely, basically a wrecking ball in that one. So Jibca and Vega are going to end their journey at 7th. And we're going to be moving on to the other side of Losers Top 8. But before we do that, I just want to shout out Smash and Splash 3, man. This venue, the tournaments, all of the people here. I'm so glad to see everyone here, and I hope everyone at home and in the building's having a good time.
Absolutely.